Well, this was a real pile of shit. Let's rank this film on the Cageometer.
That leads us over to the most important question. Vince, where does Stolen 2012, not to be confused with Stolen 2009, rate on your Cageometer?
So if this was Stolen 2009, it'd be a 10. But since it's not, it's a 3. Just another movie that just did not hit the mark. It was just so... We talked about it a lot. There's just a lot of things that could have happened to move the plot along more efficiently. There's just a lot of stupid things that they added in to move the plot along that don't make sense when you really look at them. Yeah, it's just a boring story, and like the fake out of them making it seem like it's going to be like a Taken style movie to being totally nothing like Taken just really drives down the movie as well, because your expectation is one thing and then they deliver this piece of shit, which is really sad because I was kind of hoping to be more like Con Air, cheesy but fun and funny and just like that over the top action, which just not at all. And I don't know if it's because Cage is older and he just can't do that stuff anymore or what, who knows.
Might have just been the writer.
His spirit of vengeance was broken.
Yeah, his spirit of vengeance was broken. As far as Cage, man, I don't want to be too harsh on him, so I'll give him a 4. I don't think he played terribly, but at the same time, I don't feel like he brought anything to this movie. So I would feel very hard to give him a 5, like middle of the road performance. I think if he had been a little more invested in it, I think he could have added a little more depth to the character and to the emotions of that character, but it just felt really bland and blank. I mean, you could have tossed anybody into this fucking film and it probably would have been the same.
Could have put Clive Owen or Jason Statham in there.
Yeah, and it would have panned out to be the same because the writing was bad and the directing wasn't there to help clean up the bad writing. So 3 for the movie, I said 3, right? Yeah, 3 for the movie, 4 for Cage. I think that's pretty fair on my part.
All right, Nigel, where does Stolen rate on your Cageometer?
I don't know what else there is more to say about this. It's a bad movie. It's like it's nonsense. It's boring. There's just not a lot going on. I give it a 2 out of 10 because it's just, I don't know. Nothing seems to really work in it. It's from the score to the action in it to the storyline. It's all just kind of blah. And like I've seen it twice now, and I struggle to remember it even now. And it's only been a week since I watched it the last time, and there were scenes that I didn't even remember because it was just so dull. And like, what's the point? And it does seem like it could be a lot more of an engaging story of a guy trying to get his daughter back, and it's not really that. It's just a guy fuddling around trying to solve a mystery, I guess, while the FBI's on his tail and they're also trying to solve it. And it's, I think it would have been more compelling if it was actually more of a focus on a heist. Like he had been captured by, or his daughter was captured by Vincent, and then he was forced to do a heist for him rather than just like forced to give him the money, and had this weird entire second act where they just sort of played cat and mouse instead of advancing a plot in any way. So it's just a missed opportunity for it. I don't really know what else to say with it. It's not, I don't recommend it. There's no reason to watch it. Cage's performance, I also give him a 4. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's particularly bad. I just don't think he had a lot to do in it. It was just play this guy, and that's what he did. And I don't know if there was any room to improve the character on his part or anything he could have done to make it better. It doesn't really seem like it. He just was there playing the role and getting a paycheck. So I can't give him a score really lower than that because I felt like it was okay. It was believable, but there wasn't anything stand out about it. I was struggling to remember anything he did that was really memorable, but nothing too awful. So just a dud. I think I don't want to be too harsh on him. So I don't think he didn't detract from the film at all. The film just was really bad. Yeah. And that includes him in it.
Yeah. I definitely felt the same way where it was like, I mean, he's okay in in his parts, but like he just doesn't really. It doesn't pull you in. There's nothing really memorable about his character at all. But maybe that's just the writing and
I don't know. Then we mentioned that it was originally Jason Statham or Clive Owen considered more. It would have been a better fit for them, especially Clive Owen, because you don't see him in a lot of stuff, and it's could have been a decent, or not a decent. The movie probably would have sucked still, but this would have fit. He would have fit in it with what they did with the character.
Yeah. Over on my Cageometer, I also gave the movie a 3. I'm giving it a 3 mostly because like some of it worked okay. Like, I don't know. Locations were interesting enough, I guess. Cinematography was okay, except for in the action scenes. It looked nice. It was a pretty shot film. There's a couple shots, like there's this one shot of the taxi driving through downtown, and it comes up and it reveals like the city and like the ocean out beyond New Orleans, where it's like really shaky and bad. It just looks, I mean, for a movie that was shot in 2012, it feels like that should have been better, but I don't know. I can't really like, I feel like the cinematography was the only thing that really held up for the most part in this film. The acting was atrocious throughout on everybody's part. I feel like was it Malin Ackerman? She was pretty good. MC Gainey was what he is in everything I've ever seen him in.
He plays the same character.
He plays the same character in everything. Kind of scummy, nondescript bad guy. Just everything that he does. The music, the music was well written, but it did not fit this movie in the slightest at all. I hated the music for the most part because it just detracted from whatever you're watching. Like, am I supposed to be on the edge of my seat? He's buying a fucking stuffed animal. Look what the hell is happening. Why is it all spy music? Why is there like really dramatic music just randomly peppered in scenes that don't call for it at all? What else? What else can I talk shit about on this movie? Josh Lucas in general. Holy fuck, dude. Like, God, he was annoying. Just, I guess we were going for that. Like, he's supposed to be the antagonist of this film, but like, fuck, I just wanted to punch him in the face the whole movie. I hated him. I hated him in every scene.
It's way worse than James McAllister in the old way. And that's saying something. Because
that is saying something, yeah.
Annoying.
Man, he was just like from the second his character is introduced to him dying in the fucking trunk at the end, he's annoying as shit and just making stupid faces and being condescending towards everything. And I guess that's his character. But like, I find it very hard to believe that Cage's character in this film would have been friends with that asshole for 14 years. Yeah. And still been pulling jobs with the guy all this time.
And like good friends, because he's stoked to find out that he's still alive.
Yeah. Like, no, I would be like that guy who hated my music choices. And like, obviously this has worked out for us. We've done all these jobs. And like, I have a little ritual. Sue me, dude.
I really think the film would have been a lot better if he had played that character in a more charismatic manner. So like it's like that buddy bickering at the beginning. It should have been buddy bickering, you know, kind of poking fun at him. Like you're always listening. You're always making us listen to CCR and then that and then that turn, that twist of him now being the villain would have had more weight. But you like you said, you instantly fucking hate the guy from the beginning. He's obnoxious. You root for the guy to fucking die. I was hoping he died from the gunshot leg.
Me too.
No,
like, wow, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't understand why Will is still happy to see him, especially after him trying to kill the janitor and then shooting himself in the leg is the reason why Will ended up going to prison for 8 years because he was just being a fuck up asshole.
Probably would have been stewing on it every day for 8 years of like, God, I would not be in this situation, being raped every day, like Fletcher says. If it wasn't for that asshole fucking being a dick and just bashing a dude in the face for no good reason.
Yeah.
For Cage, I waffled here because I wanted to give him a 3, but you guys kind of convinced me that, like, I feel like it's more the movie and the writing. So I'll give him a 4, which I feel like is generous because he really did not bring much to this movie. There's really not anything distinct about this character. He's just kind of bland. Just a guy put into a situation. Not really a character at all. There really isn't much depth to Will in the slightest. I mean,
you can't even really buy that he's the best bank robber because he just seems like a guy. He doesn't seem to show any competence or anything.
Reminds me a lot of his character in Dog Eat Dog. Like, he's supposed to be this criminal mastermind too in that, and he's just bland. He's just a bland character.
To be fair, I think in Dog Eat Dog, he was supposed to be just a fucking
Just an awful
idiot.
Yeah.
It was just terrible at everything.
Yeah, but like at the beginning of the movie, he had more personality, but then at like towards the end, he just seems like your dad. He's running around in dad sweaters.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of he's in dad mode in this movie too.
Yeah.
He's just so like nondescript. Like you could have just thrown in anybody. I don't feel like Nick Cage brought anything unique to this at all. And, you know, maybe that's what Simon West told him to do. But at the same time, it's just, it doesn't add anything to the movie. Like, you should make your characters at least characters, not just a guy who robs banks. And we just have to go along with the fact that he's the greatest fucking bank robber ever. About the closest he comes to having a personality is when he's like, I just want to see if I can get some more gold out of it. Like, what the hell was that line read? Anyways, yeah. So, 4. That's all I can give him.